Another question about using toll-free numbers in the US.
Yeah.
Can you just speak to that quickly?
Yeah. So before in US, you needed to have a short code. So that was kind of expensive for a lot of smaller brands. But now you could use a toll-free number. So that means that we have a number range that we could access to you, that you could get access to your own number, or you are renting a number from us. Or if you have a toll-free number from before, we could help you to make SMS accessible on that toll-free number. So this change in the US market is making it more easy for smaller brands to use SMS. And that's why we also see that the US market, the SMS, total SMS market in the US are actually now really growing.
Great. So for a real world application, that means that people could be they could send a message to your customer service via a toll-free number,
Yep.
and they could be getting responses instead of just sending an email and hoping somebody answers that email and responds. Which
Yeah.
I think that according to all the statistics, that would show that the customer service done on SMS is going to happen much quicker than it would be done on typical email, and maybe even more convenient for a lot of users than even a phone call.
Yeah, for sure. And also if the number is already communicated out in the brand, like for as a customer service number, then it's also easy then to remember for the user that they can use the same number for texting. But I think the biggest change here is for the smaller brands, that before they have to do like €1,000 investments and a high monthly fee to have a short code, and that's really expensive for smaller brands. But now they could get it really quick up, and it doesn't cost much at all, and they can start texting from a new number. If they don't have any number from before, they could get a number from us and they can just start.
Yeah, and just in case everybody's not aware what a short code is, that would be that number, a shorter number that you could text to, that would allow you to register or to get information back or even talk to customer service. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you have this this I think in US, I think it's 5 digits, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this is a number that is specifically owned by the brand, which should create awareness, and that you could go back and legally see who owns it. Yeah, so this is a number that will work to have like a two-way dialogue, but the same functionality you can now use on a toll-free number.
Okay, great. Yeah. And so I think that's something exciting, because there are both community users on Magento as well as enterprise users. And so
Yeah.
this sort of levels the playing field between the larger users or brands that would have a larger budget, and smaller users that would be able to interact with their clients at a much more reasonable rate.
Yes, definitely. So we will support both, and we will also do that for all other countries, because you have other countries have similar or setup, but in a lot of countries, other countries, you could actually use your brand as the sender. So then you will have what we call an alpha sender. So if your brand is like a hairdresser, a beauty salon, you could use that as the sender ID. So this is different in each country. But this is our expertise, and we will help any Magento user. We will help them to provide the best setup and guide you through based on what markets you are sending, what type of volume, and the use case. And then we will jointly with Wagento help you to get the best setup for your campaign or your needs for communication.
Yeah, and I mean that's a really good that's a good point to make, that this works in nearly every country, and it will allow you as a, just like Magento works all over the world, the Link Mobility SMS module will work with the majority of the countries, and perhaps we could share a list after after the call in the show notes on those countries that you are available in.
You can say that we can reach every country in the world, you can, but there's some countries that is a little bit more difficult than other, that it just needs, we need a little bit more time for the setup. But
Got it.
it is global accessible, and if you want a message in Syria and Afghanistan and North Korea, we will make it happen, but it's just going to be a little bit we just need some extra days on the setup.